Alright, let's see what kind of mods I want to run. First, let's edit my title and stuff. So, new run is gonna be, um... Caster Barbarian? What do I call this? Wild Magic... Barb... But I'm still casting, that's too many words. Rage Mage. You know, Cynic. You cooked. That's just... See, I'm bad at naming things. But you guys got me. Alright. I do like the more enemies in basic fights mod, but want to maybe do another vanilla one. So pretty much vanilla here, just cosmetic stuff, Theo Solomon banter, because we want to hear more of our boy Theo. Yeah, let's go mostly vanilla. New game, honor mode, gay potions. I'm already here. Maybe I'll turn it on later. The run where we become aware of magic, rage mage, and the gay elixirs. Alright, so. Tyrant of Flavor Town, is that the mod to unmod Gortash? Yeah, that's the mod to get vanilla Gortash. Yeah, that's right. Alright. New run. Rage Mage. We are going to play a Wild Magic Barbarian. Now, what's unique about Wild Magic Rage, outside of all of the listed features that Wild Magic Barb gets, if you manage to get an attack off between your Rage starting and the animation for your Wild Magic Surge starting, so you squeeze an attack in here, you don't ever lose your ability to cast. You can just still do it. So that's what we're going to play into. This is going to require me using a lot of Rage charges actively. So we're probably going to long rest a lot in this run. But this means that we'll be doing at least 3 levels of Barbarian to pick up Wild Magic Rage. Beyond that, I have no real plans. Halfling? No. Go for a gnome and name him No Mercy. How much for you to make Tav look like the goat Gamba himself, Hikari? That's more effort than I think I'm willing to put in right now, Mick, but I can always use the mirror to change him later, maybe. Dwarf crossbow animation fast enough. Yeah, that's a good thought, Nika. I haven't really considered attack animation speed, because I was able to just get it off with a regular melee attack, but no. Origin Gale Barb. I've done a few Gale Barb runs. The last Gale run I did was a Barbarian run. JJK mentioned. Yeah, we are about that lobotomy Kaizen here. This is an early Restopod run. Ooh, that's a good thought. That's a good thought, Ansel. Maybe we do that. Speaking of Black Cyberpunk, have I read any Stephen Barnes? I have not, Wrath. So let's consider what Origin I want to play. If I'm doing Barbarian, Karlach is of course a sensible option. I'd be getting soul coin value, but the thing is, with how often I'm resting... Hey, Felipe, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out and for supporting. Yeah, so... Karlach makes sense, but the problem is I'm going to be resting a lot, and there's only, I don't know, like 18 or something soul coins in the game. 19. Thank you, Martyr Chief. I wonder if the Act 1 and 2 soul coins respawn if you do the 1 plus and 2 plus tech. I didn't really pay too much attention, but that would take the total up to 28, if so. Maybe it's Will's time to shine. I did a Will run fairly recently. I haven't played Shart in a while. I think that's the origin that I played least recently. Yeah, the last Shart was a while ago. I don't even remember what I did. I could not tell you. How much wild magic do I want? Don't really want to take wild magic sorcerer. I'll tell you that much. So we could play Shart. I don't have Origin Mirror unlock on right now, so we'd have to respec once we get Withers. It was a big Lady Ranger sorcerer. Thank you, Cephale. In my real-life D&D campaign, I play a Wild Magic Barbarian and uses the Sorcerer table for the effects. That's cool. Last Shart was a while ago. It was wild out of context. Yep. Alright, let me plan my levels here. And I'll edit commands while we're here. Edit run Wild Magic Barbarian can retain the ability to cast any spell they want during rage with a precise animation cancel. Yeah, that's enough for the run commit, right? Edit build. So to start, let's just go at least 3 levels of Wild Magic Barb. Rest TBD. I don't decide yet. So playing Shart makes sense here, because I can pick up Booming Blade as her cantrip. Being able to Booming Blade while raging is going to be a highlight. We'll respec out of this Trickery Cleric level at some point, probably. But in the meantime, we'll go here. Acolyte background sucks, so our in-spell route is going to be pretty frustrating for a while. Just go with standard, I don't know what I'm planning on doing. Stat spread 16, 16, 14, 8, 8, 12. No, you don't need Wisdom on Clerics. Let's take Persuasion proficiency. Alright, give me a number. Let's randomize the Guardian. Oh, thanks for the hype trade, everyone. A reminder to only ever give within your means. You guys are consistently way too generous. I'm watching you. 5, 6, 7, 28, 2, 13, 43,754, 7, 12, 8, 7, 7, 11, 3, 11, 9, 7. A lot of 7s. 67. Alright, let's do 7. I didn't look. I didn't see. Okay.
Finish the mission.
Let's try this way. What? Dead. Hopefully most of its friends are in the same condition.
I go then.
Am I gonna go for the Everburn Blade, chat? The best sword in the game?
Yes, please.
Remove us
From this body.
from this case. Free us. You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull. The brain lifts from the skull. The creep.
We must go to the helm.
Alright, let's go. For Europeans who don't speak English as a first language, it's that 6-7 thing. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a meme without meaning. You know how, like, there's some funny numbers? People under 20 think that 6-7 is the funniest shit ever, and it doesn't mean anything. And they're really annoying about it. That's all it is, Layla Zero.
This will ruin someone's day.
"35, I just love Gen Alpha slang and humor. I am 31 and I don't get any of it."
Whatever comes, I'm ready. This way.
You and others were to seize it from.
Got to concentrate. Let's finish this. Can't give up. Not now. On I go.
I am fury. I am death.
Every time my son said 6-7, I replied 8-9. Amazing. -2 to 1 damage is the damage range there. You love to see it.
Need to stay focused. Strike hard, strike fast. Got to
You prove surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Action, not reaction.
So I will take your stuff now. Thank you.
Eager for battle.
No, I'm not gonna go for the stupid sword.
What is this thing? I feel better. How? I'll go this way. Just check for anything. We need to keep pushing forward. I don't want to test how much punishment this ship can take.
Sounded like she said shit for a second there. And she just like me for real.
Better get to it.
Tired of failing at solo honor, gonna play solo story difficulty for a much needed win. Hey, that's a good way of practicing.
Better be careful what I touch.
Soloing on lower difficulties is still, in my opinion, harder than doing party play on higher difficulties.
Might be useful. What am I to do? This way. time to waste. My faith will guide me. My own fault for pulling strange levers, I suppose. Heading there. No need to fight fair. What should I do? Heading there.
So I'm doing a strat that I never really normally do here on the Nautilid. And I'm trying to get these guys into the fight here. This will make the Mind Flayer hostile to me by default, which means when Zalk kills it, I will get the XP without having to worry about fishing for the killing blow. I'm only really willing to do this because I have Sanctuary. It'll work out to be not as much XP as if I didn't do this, but sometimes I like changing things up for the sake of changing it up.
Talk to me.
Mind Blast go through Sanctuary? Yes. Why is it less XP? Because I'm not going to be going out of my way to kill the other things here.
Got to press on.
Which means they're more likely to not die. It's not less XP in terms of potential XP, it's less XP in terms of practical XP. But it's like more true solo compliant, so sometimes I do different things to do different things. Alright, see the Mind Flayer is hostile.
Got to write it.
Still 4 turns of Sanctuary. Try to have us pick up some kills, but like I said, I'm not really expecting anything. Now the Mind Flayer shouldn't angle to hit me because of Sanctuary, but I'm sciencing because I'm curious. After I answered that question, I was like, yeah, no, Mind Blast hits me, but I'm unsure if the Mind Flayer is willing to Mind Blast at me. That makes sense? It most likely is. I'm assuming I'm going to die because of where I'm standing. But no, he didn't angle it that way. But I don't like this strat. It's not consistently better, but it is consistently riskier. Trade agrees. So now Mind Blast would be nice, but I need to not be here. I'm kind of sacrificing us here.
On the move. I need to get to that transponder.
Hopefully I'm far enough. It's just potentially your ass for XP that isn't important. Yeah. You can roll good.
Have to keep going.
Are extra enemies here? No. I've just done a trick that makes the Mind Flayer and the cultists... Well, the cultists are not normally in this fight, but they are. I've done a trick that makes the Mind Flayer hostile to me, so I have no allies right now. All getting stunned buys me a turn, I suppose. Ah, this guy has no friends. Yeah. Now, on the Nautiloid only, us can drink potions. I might allow us to drink a healing potion to buy me another turn here.
Nearly out of sky. It's now or never.
Keto.
Need to stay hidden.
Mind Flayer's down. Going for me instead of the cultists. That's not ideal. But I have Sanctuary. Kinda needed you to get that kill. You dashing to go to me? Oh, no, that's the one out there. Yeah, I'm Sanctuaried still, so I'm chilling. Turn around. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I don't get the XP for that Hellspore. So this worked out to be, again, slightly less than my normal, but didn't get punished, so we'll take it. Can I kill Frogwave? I had her jump in the chasm.
The helm's alien.
Found out if they die in the Nautiloid, they appear a lot closer on the beach. Yeah, that's part of the reason, Cyrus. Hey, Jesse, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I can type. Welcome, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Quag. I do RPG challenge runs, mostly Baldur's Gate 3. We finished up a 0 AC solo honor mode run just a little while ago, a little less than an hour ago, and I'm just starting a new run. Doing a wild Magic Barbarian run where I'm going to be casting spells while I'm raging. Are my emotes not working? I see them on my end.
You're not as alien as the creature hovered only.
Let's try this way. Now what might you be hiding?
Either the lock together. Come, our search begins. We've no time. I will be.
Might find something useful.
Kind of sad that Shadowheart never gets to experience waking herself up on the beach. I mean, I could come back here and have her take a nap. If you prefer. Once we get, like, short rest potions. Congo Rats on W. You finished your run, Jesse? Let's go. Definitely died of the brain, finished in Dishonor. Yeah, you finished the run. I didn't see shit. You finished it. No Dishonor to be found. Wait a Forgotten Menace. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Felipe. If Lae'zel dies on the Nautiloid, her body is here, so you won't have to worry about saving her from Demaze and Nymessa. It's slightly XP negative to do this, but Demaze and Nymessa are run killers. Like, fighting them at level 2, they can just crit you out of the game. And I don't like messing with that. And also, especially as an Acolyte background, I get a little XP. Like, you know, XP for completing the inspo to revive a companion. So having that and an inspo point at the start of the game is something that I like. Could go annoy your man. Tell him I said, Danny, make the noise.
But dedicated to whom? Let's pop you open, shall we?
Oh, I forgot to say watch this. Hey Spider, how you doing? Hey Cookie. How did the zero AC run end up? Went well. We finished it a little under an hour ago. Smooth sailing. The closest calls were... There was only one thing that scared me a little bit in Act 3, but it ended up being fine. The close calls were in Act 2, but both of those were when I was more than halfway, more than 2/3 into a 24-hour stream, so those were more me being tired than it being hard.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
How much longer will the stream be today? 2 hours, 3 hours, something around there probably. Back to Lyric. Thanks again, Jess. Alright, who we risen this run?
Hurry, there, in the grass. There. Shh. Now. And now you're going to tell me... What was that? What's going on?
This will be one run where I won't ask for a Pookie romance, because I hate them together, but now you'll do it just to spite me? No, doesn't really work for me either.
My name... so... Although... You... all... Well, hello. What can I do for...
Karlak. Could be a Karlak run. Minthara. I don't hate the Minthara idea. I haven't done a Minty romance in a minute.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Gonna raid the Grove. Hadn't planned on it. I want Potent Robe, especially this run, because we'll be able to benefit from Potent Robe on Booming Blade while raging. Really have to kill the pig for 3 XP? 3? No, but I did it. I'm gonna go for the speed pots. I wait until I have a higher chance of actually succeeding that check. Because if I were to fail it right now, I would have to bring in another party member for that, and I don't always feel like doing that. It's not something that I specifically ban in my runs, but like, I don't know, sometimes I would rather just not do it at all. So I wait until I have the Idol of Sylvanas for Nature Proficiency, which by the time I have that, it'll add +3 to the check, and I could also have Warped Headband to add a net +4 from where I am. You can select multiple items to send to camp. Is that a mod thing you could do? It's a thing you could do. You shift-click to select a line, or you control-click to select an item. Oh, do you want clothes, Lazo? There you go. Like into Minty, that feels bad, man. We could just do nobody into Minty. That's rare.
Might as well take a look.
Hey, Mac. Been meaning to ask you this: when you're engaged outside of combat, you damage someone, go to the next turn. Why do some enemies heal and some don't? Not every NPC has the out-of-combat heal ability thing. And some of them will delay using it if you get them to, like, into search mode.
Watch go! And
Wanted to ask in your opinion, what are some good feats for a Beastmaster Ranger? Just the usual. Alert, Dual Wielder, Heavy Armor Master, Tough, Mobile. If you wanted to play into, like, standing next to your companions a lot, you get some value out of Sentinel. But I tend to go Alert, Dual Wielder. And then the third one, I'll just kind of decide on the fly. No way to stop this, besides maybe an arrow emitter. Unfortunately, like anti-healing stuff like arrow emitter doesn't work on that specific heal. Crowd controlling people stops them from doing it, so like if they're prone or paralyzed or stunned, they won't be able to do it. question, is using dip efficient as a bonus action early game? I like the bonus damage. I'm not sure what else I can do with my bonus action. So, like, yes, coatings, consumable coatings are generally like peaking higher, but getting value out of your bonus action at all is good. And a dip is resourceless, right? You don't need to spend anything to have that going, which is a pretty big selling point. You just put down your candle, dip, pick it back up, or whatever. It's a good roar. You know, there's two guards sitting outside of the rails room. I just attacked one, and then the other one glitched out and walked through the door back to the balcony. Yeah, they do that. Oh, Will alive on one. Yeah, athlete's a good feat too, GG. Will, you could have hit 4, but you decided to move to get only 2. Will getting shoved with his 8 strength. What are some of the weapon combinations you have in mind for dual wielder? So, Valor Louvre, Spell Sparkler is a good combo you can do early on. Later on, having the ability to put Leviatar Scourge in one hand and something else in the other is nice, because Necrotic Resist is hard to get, and Leviatar's is also an AoE option. You have the option of doing Knife of the Undermountain King plus a weapon that isn't normally able to be dual-wielded. You have the option of doing Rhapsody plus Marco Heshkir. You can do Cold Snap in an offhand and something that can't normally be dual-wielded in your main hand. You can do Dwarven Thrower or Nyrolna dual-wielded with other things. Like Nyrolna Rhapsody or Dwarven Thrower Rhapsody is a ton of damage if you're doing a throw archetype. Just, if you are trying to increase your damage, dual wielder is one of the most effective feats at doing so. I was gonna ask, does Valor Sing work with the Zathis? Not to my knowledge, no. It doesn't work on yourself. Only works on others. Someone fact check me on that, but that's my understanding. Critical miss. Alright, Aridin. Picking up 2 kills in 1 turn. Is that a world first? Critical miss and 10 damage. It was the crush damage. That wasn't the attack roll that hit. It was the weight of the weapon falling on him. Something that I used a lot in my level 1 Warlock run in Act 1 was I threw hand axes from height so that the crush damage would happen whether I hit or not. Creating situations where you guarantee damage is sometimes good. The downside of doing that is if someone dies to the crush damage from, you know, an object falling on them, in most situations you will not get the XP. So that's why I did it on level 1, because I didn't care about XP. Did I ever get the crushing myself bug? Yeah, I lost a no-hit attempt to that. And I very nearly one-shot myself on another run with that. It looks like Ramira isn't gonna make it, but I can snipe Barth for that XP. That didn't maintain my rage. Okay, sure. Guess attacking allies doesn't maintain rage. You need to make sure Will goes down here. That's a good rage scream. Alright. So he took the 8 slashing from the weapon hitting, and then 9 bludgeoning from the weight. No XP from Will. You don't get XP from killing recruitable companions. Except for Minthara.
I'm ready.
But even if you did, because the crush damage is what killed him, you see how the combat log says hand axe killed Will? I'm not hand axe, so I wouldn't get the XP. But he doesn't have an XP value anyway, so the point is moot. That's unfortunate.
Can't attack what can't be seen.
Good hellish rebuke there. We're gonna hide, and we're gonna get on our knees and blow until Zebulor gets there. Do we still have access to that bug Lassie to not use the rage resource and going into rage? Yeah, I did do that once so far. Twice? Once. I got tired of him missing.
Let me strike true. Moving. That was bracing.
Cannon,
Aradin's back with his tail between his...
Salson.
Aaron, thank you for this attack will only strengthen. We can't stay. They've withdrawn.
Need a healer.
Perhaps you
That's
could
got the ritual. See what I can do. Makes Barbarian run a lot less annoying. Yeah, that tech's not really going to be applicable as much this run because I do need to do the rage on my turn so that I can interrupt it. I can interrupt a certain animation. So I am going to be resting a lot this run.
Unnoticed. Good. No time to waste. What's next? Have to keep low. After another.
Probably do it on a surprise round. Yeah, if I wait long enough and the turn order is short enough, probably. Like if the time between my turn ending and it getting back to my turn is short enough, yeah.
Onward.
Viper knows how to do the animation thing that I'm gonna be doing this run, so that's useful input. Once we get the XP for level 3, I'll respec.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate. I care about my life.
Maybe I hit 3, take a druid level
Care about your stupid
to get a discount with Aaron, because I'm going to respec anyway, right?
take that back.
Might have had a long enough break to go ahead and play this game again soon. Hell yeah.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Roland always has a scroll. This time it's Magic Missile. I think I'm interested in that.
No questions? All right.
Only cowards run from a fight.
Thank
Something over there.
We're exposed now.
Worth talking to, perhaps.
He stares right past you, as if as you turn back, the child slips between the rocks. You find
Getting the buffer on a surprise round is tricky. Yeah, it's certainly finicky. Let's grab Lae'zel, talk to Zoru.
It is.
Why, is this monster with you?
Lower.
The locals prove compliant. The tiefling.
I'm in Act 3, just want to end the game. It's the easiest, fastest way to do that. Side Gortash, kill Aura, and go brain blow up Gale. Yeah.
It's just not landing. We need to be ready for a fight. Still not landing.
Barbarian gets this
You
free.
really know what you're... Oh, yes. But I'll keep at it.
It is imperative we locate a creche. Then you have ceased to exist. The first symptoms should have long since... Fine. Eat the library was the gift. Yet we still collect more. Are you sure that...
Lae'zel, worshipper of Shar.
Unseen as I was taught. Let me strike true.
You get to Orin, don't need to solve the murders or an entrance to Verdun lets me avoid all that Rusty in Act 3. If you're Dirge, you don't have to do any quests or anything. If you're not Dirge, you have to get the Amulet of Ball, which means either becoming an unholy assassin or killing Sarevok. Hey Moonlight, how you doing?
Might as well.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Disguise as a halfling here. You get a dialogue option to get 2 servings of old lady gruel instead of 1.
Auntie Ethel will sort you out.
Let her
You
fuss.
take a sup of that.
What is it?
I'm sorry to go on about it. What is it, Peckle? What is I've ne'er a potion of... No, do you need it? Hey, bother.
Gonna play both Celestia and Divinity. Not decided yet. I don't feel any particular inclination to make a decision. Like, I'll probably play Divinity. I don't care too much about it. I haven't played the first Celestia yet, so... In each case, meh.
Trader has no problem with you in.
I guess I'll combine her strength pot stack into the one that's on the table.
We're exposed now.
Hey Teddy. Workday's almost over. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I haven't done a short run in a while.
Time has come. Let's see this done. Worth a try.
This is a nightmare. Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon. Grumpy. Scout your face with front control. You're an idiot.
Nobody's safe. I mean, some people are safe. Vex and Danis are safe. And not just because they're only worth 1 XP, but also because I like them. You know the max amount of strength pots can stack on the table? 20. Thank you. You're welcome, Rachel. Could we do a run where we just throw everyone in the chasm? So when Data and I did the quote-unquote impossible challenge, a lot of the gameplay was throwing people in chasms because it was more efficient than sitting there, waiting. So it's basically the same thing, basically the same run.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
New run routing, so chill and relaxing, yeah. Verdanus, oof. That's rough. No minor illusion. No darkness arrow yet? No. Surprised I found an angle.
Better tread carefully.
Have to keep pushing.
No questions? All right.
Do we die? No. I won.
Any questions, children?
Just once.
Please, let us through.
Let's look at a bonus action to improvise weapon on Berserker. It's cool. I just like,
I'd sooner trek
when do
through
you
the
use
nine
it?
hells than trust that snake. Ugh.
Now Arabella's being judged by...
Impossible challenge, but kill all the mobs the same wings as Marcus.
You, get back. What? You. We could have taken those guards.
Let's see.
We probably end up taking Sorcerer in this run. For meta magic. Probably. You run same with different class? No, it's not the same run. My title's updated, right? I finished the 0 AC run. This is a different thing. It is updated, thank you.
Tonight. More like butchering at the hands of this bloody song.
Give me that loot. So ideally you do want to fail this first one, because it gives you the easiest line through. You just have to succeed the second one.
Why don't we try again? Sorry. There was so much
Now we have music proficiency, which is minor illusion at home in a pinch. Thank you, Exile. Maybe bug? Yeah, it bugs out sometimes.
Better take that.
A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
Problem is fighter with improved extra attack exists for that concept. Yeah, like, I guess the idea behind bonus action improvised melee is you could do, like, I don't know, speedy light feet dash with your main action or something, but it just... it's not much. It's really just not much. Berserker's just bad. Yeah, you can get value out of it, but it is bad. Yeah, saved against being frightened. I forgot about that.
And I will cast out every stranger.
Selling Quag at Expeditious Retreat, probably favorable for fighting her later, but I don't need to worry about that.
Girl, she eat Raph and keep come do it.
So if you fail this, Quagga starts purging the grove. So I'm gonna go for persuasion, even though I could get better bonuses on intimidation. Lower cost for failure.
Very out. Halcyon isn't. Go on. Say it. No matter. None of this can happen. The Viper. This tale.
This tale? Is Kaga romanceable now? Hear me out, chat. Hear me out.
Unseen. Perfect.
Hey, hello.
Time for Danny.
Usually, what flavor of tiefling do you like going in a martial character? I mean, Zariel Tiefling lets you get thaumaturgy for dialogues, and then you get a couple of smites without having to nerf your character by being a paladin. So that's something. And then if you're doing Zariel Tiefling, you may as well do Karlach, right? Alternatively, you could go Mephistopheles Tiefling to get a Flame Blade that actually counts as a weapon. So, better than normal Flame Blade. It does always scale off your charisma, so that's something you'd have to address, but something.
I think I'd make a fine teacher.
But yeah, if you're making a Tav Zariel Tiefling, Karlach is better because her origin features.
I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
We're gonna take a druid level here. Just for getting a discount with Aaron.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close. Damn druids.
Anyway, Astarian's better than most High Elves. Yeah. Pretty much, weighing Karlach features or Astarian features versus Dirge features or your inspo background. And, like...
What is? But you'll need to be quick. Just some bits and bobs. I know.
Usually the origin features win. Alright, so I had druid levels the first time I spoke to Aaron. It's 50 attitude for free because he sucks.
Sylvana.
Withers, you in my camp yet? No. Let's walk over to Goblin Camp. Pick Hexblade, that my weapon accuracy is always based on charisma. If you bind that weapon, then yes. Hexblade bound weapon is always charisma. No matter what else it tells you it's supposed to be, it is always charisma. The only way to change it to something else is if you also have a monk level, at least one monk level, and you have your dexterity greater than or equal to your strength, and the weapon in question is not two-handed.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh. The injured man locks up your...
Do you have orders for us?
What?
True soul.
Strange power.
If I'm playing a druid, also tiefling race, will Aaron be nice or racist? He should be nice.
Go to waste. The tadpole has absorbed it all.
The others won't be.
Experience could nourish you. Strength.
coast. Not sentimental creatures, clearly. Dead goblins. Dead
How you doing,
travelers.
Sonny?
I'd better take a peek. Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush. Get over there!
Apologies.
Move it!
Ambush, am I right? Oh, because Shadowheart? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll need a cover story.
Shut up!
We'll see what I can learn.
Your, excelness?
The warg thing. Should have prepped enhanced sleep and been hopping around, but it's fine. Second bushes hit the shark. Oh. Where? Can you show me where on the fan art?
The voice of vision cloud, then the vision.
My power grows.
Shart's Bush did. I'm sorry, Shart's Bush did what? You didn't finish your thought.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bar.
Ah, wait. What do you... Wait! Of course.
Well now. Sandy's.
Taking care of everything I want to be in drow shape for. The thing that started the My Chemical Romance to Twilight pipeline. Sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about.
As the symbol glows.
Oh, that fuck-ass smile.
Excellent drowness. Proper stylish, ain't that? Add a couple of coins.
As the symbol glows.
Statue of Seluna.
There's a new branch in the pipeline that leads to Oppenheimer. Incredible.
More Selunite markings. No worshippers left there.
So, see how far into level 3 I am already? I'm just walking around. If anyone's curious about early game routing.
Shit, this place clearly fell to ruins long before God salute.
Those thieves all
As the symbol glows, power.
guessing you're after sheep. Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. I'm just having a bit of fun.
shall be here in thy camp. For a mere pittance of should thou or any of thy a matter at
Alright. Now, we go pure barbarian. So, let's think about how we want to do this. I want to get spells to use. So we'll have to consider. This might be a run where I take Paladin levels, because I want Thunderous Smite. Thunderous Smite specifically because I can basically... Like, I can make the first half of my attack action Booming Blade, and the second half Thunderous Smite. This allows me to keep my concentration free. Thunderous is the only of these stylized smites that does not also cost concentration. So that's something worth considering. We'll probably go to 5 Barbarian for extra attack. Though maybe I want to get my extra attack from a different class so that I get spellcasting progression from that class. Thinking. Do I Blade Singer? Do I do it? No. Let's say Blade Singer. No. 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 Have I mentioned no? No. No. Why not? Because doing literally anything else would be stronger. I'm trying to resist Hunter. Because Hunter's the GOAT, but I play a lot of Hunter. Could do Swordsbard. Would give me an on-demand melee AoE. Why not play more Hunter, though? It's a valid question, just for the sake of variety. Rather take the 6 lore for Thunderous than 2 Paladin? Yeah, like, honestly, that would just delay my extra attack quite a while. Either my extra attack or my Thunderous. Like, I could pull it off, and that would even leave me a level to play around with. Or I could just go 6/6. Maybe I will plan to just go lore. Because, like, Spirit Guardians while raging kind of goes crazy. And I could pick that up from there. Transmuter, I could. Yeah, let's plan for lore. I like that idea. So what am I going to do feats-wise? I won't be getting Feral Instincts, so we should plan for Alert. (16, 16, 12, 8, 8, 14). Let's take Athletics, Intimidation. Thief, Spellcaster subclass. So Thief is Rogue's subclass that gets the extra bonus action. Do you mean Arcane Trickster? Arcane Trickster's good. Just, I mean, it's honestly not a bad pick here. I just wouldn't have much to do with the spell slots. That would be the problem. I would probably want to go 5 levels deep for Uncanny Dodge. So I guess a 5/5/2 would be something there. Wouldn't have many spell slots, but it'd be something. That's not a bad idea.
Mustn't let anyone see.
It'd be funny to get Rage on Conjure Barrage and Hail, though. It would be funny.
Onward. A gentle touch pays off. This'll do nicely. Too easy. Got to press on.
Plan is to be able to cast while raging to what Booming Blade people, among other spells. Like, I could just cast whatever. Could be Booming Blade, could be Spirit Guardians, Wall of Fire. Whatever I want it to be.
That already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
Right, since I'm level 1 right now, it's only 400 gold to max out Roa's Attitude. I didn't die bad guy at 1. Poison Trails with Broodmothers and Conjure Barrage to combo playing around with. Yeah, I like Poison Trails with Broodmothers. I mean, you could do it with Booming Blade, you could do it with Ensnaring Strike, all the smites. I'll probably try to lean into that before I get Potent Robe.
Pleasure.
Let's go back here. Don't want to sign the rest of the levels yet. Under death from a flash golem, why could he attack from down there? Was it a bug? No, it wasn't a bug. I was just in his range. That's all. What's his backpack tech? Can you tell us about this? Sure. Items that I put in the backpack will not refresh from me long resting or leveling up. So if there's something I want to buy from a vendor, eventually, maybe, but I don't want to buy it right now or don't have the money right now, I bag it up. The other use it has is NPCs can't use items that are in backpacks in their inventory. So if someone has a bunch of javelins and you don't want them throwing them at you in the fight, before the fight, just sell them a backpack and then drag their javelins into their backpack. Or you could do the same thing with bombs, with scrolls.
Of course, but please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Is it a mod? Nope. Just a game mechanic. Works with any container you sell them. It needs to be a container that they own, so you need to sell it to them first.
Look, don't take your eyes off my hands. I was trying to help.
I like when Ian Tarv calls me a slut. Me too.
Come, Silver. Stay close.
Camel pickpocketing? Nope. It's while trading.
I see you. There. Now. You found her. Come. You seem healthy. A tadpole. Come. We need to be quick.
Or I'm gonna give Nettie no information so she poisons me, because curing that poison is XP.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
Used to consider Poisoner's Ring fixed DC a downside, DC 14 kind of crazy after making Stab the Ram consistent with DC 8. Yeah, and like the fact that Poisoner's Ring, you could either choose 3 targets or like double up or triple up. Like it's very easy to stick. The only real downside of Poisoner's Ring is that A, it's not until Act 2, and B, it's once per long rest. But like it's dirt cheap and it's really effective. Poisoner's Ring's insane.
I'm alright.
One of many reasons why saying poison damage bad in this game is an absolute fucking brain rot take.
Of course. No.
Nothing strange, nothing.
Give me your arm, please. Be careful.
Grab the branch, I can sell it for 1 gold, turn and leave. Drink the antidote.
There, but first, not yet. If you can, I will. Good.
Ever tried buying or stealing the Wyvern Toxin from before the convo? I have not personally. Does anyone else?
Quiet as a mouse.
Excuse me. Apologize.
I see a way. I'll take this way.
Bless you, thank you. I feel another one trapped back there. I'm trying to hold it in. I failed. It's illegal to only sneeze once, right? 1d4, thank you. She'll tell something like it's missing, then proceed with not giving you anything, taking oaths, saw it on a video. Gotcha. Used up your blessing, I'm sorry. No, understandable. Gotta keep me honest. You can tickle the top of your mouth, which delays the sneeze. So, wait, it's okay for you to say that to me, but when I start tickling the tops of people's mouths on the subway, suddenly I'm the bad guy? Appropriately degen responses, chatters. Very proud of you. No notes. It failed is unfortunate. Leave a map marker so I know.
I'm shooting arrows at this point. It's great. Then this other guy twirls his fingers and suddenly...
Let's see what I can bring.
My marker, what would I do afterwards? Just so I know that I failed that. I can still do things with that, but I don't know if I feel like bothering right now. Like, I could blow that up to force the spiders out still. But I could also put Karlach in my party and have her perceive it and then click on it if I want the Outlander inspo. I don't specifically make it a rule that I can't put companions in my party to get their inspos. It's just not always something I feel like doing, so I've ruled it out, just give myself options, and I tend to simply put a map marker anywhere I fail a perception check that I even slightly care about, just so I know. Question, is any other situation when Charlotte doesn't land on the beach after Nautilite other than not rescuing her on the ship? Once it happened to me, rescued her, got to the party, went with her to get Nautilite after waking up on the beach, she's nowhere to be seen. If you, like, move too far or go to camp, or even long rest, she won't be there. So, like, if you do nothing and you just click go to camp, like, as soon as you get to the beach, that's enough to make her leave. So, you probably did something to make her go somewhere.
None of you are worthy.
Smells like burnt.
Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arms so I can mark. You ready?
As the vision dissolves away.
So maybe I could help with.
Oi! Priestess! We want the mark!
Yeah.
Probably went to the camp. Yeah, they'll do it.
Need something?
There's a few places she can pop up if you don't get her on the beach. She could be banging on the door there. She could be in the grove. She could be waiting to run up to you at the entrance to the goblin camp. She could be waiting to run up to you at the Grimforge elevator, like the one that goes to the Shadow Curse lands. Most people have never seen that one. But basically anywhere the artifact cutscene can trigger, she can be there.
Pleasure.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around.
Calm and quiet, that's the way.
Good riddance to that grimy wretch. I must keep going.
Don't remember when I told you about this. One of the most useful things, yeah. That I use daily, really.
Something over there. Worth a shot.
When you kill her, I threw her. I just walk into gut falling to her death while not falling? Yeah. So, named after person in the chat here, mustard plant. I call spots like that mustard pixels. Effectively, that if you line up someone so that you're throwing them, so that the game's like, yeah, you're targeting inside this chasm, but the terrain blocks them, so their body hits the terrain instead of the destination point, they'll still die, but their body will still be, you know, in bounds. There's lineups for that for all three of the goblin leaders. I tend to only use the Gut and Minthara ones. I tend to fight Ragzlin. I don't always use them in Thara 1 either. But I almost always throw gut. It's just tradition, really. It's a lootable too. Yep. Want to grab her body because I want to have Sovereign Glut reanimate her for Shield of Faith.
Quite the descent. Get started.
Leaving her mace on her just because I'll have Spore Gut kill all the Petrified Drow. I mean, you can
Worth grabbing.
you can have her equip any weapon off the ground, but yeah. Didn't let her give the mark? I did. Already happened.
None shall see me. Unnoticed. Good.
Could have waited longer. Fine. Thought I could see the Twitch extension. Here, use the branded tag right here.
Got to move.
I like grabbing the heavy crossbow from up here. Heavy crossbow damage die is juicy. There's one in the Grove, but I didn't feel like going to the effort of stealing it.
Might be useful.
I know it's frustrating at least one person. Oh, me not spending my level ups. I'm doing it so that I don't have to spend as much money to max out Attitude with Dareth and Blurg once I get to the Myconid colony. It'll only cost me 400 gold each if I do it here at level 1. Whereas it would be 600 at level 3.
There's something in the air. I can feel it with every breath.
That's a fart shard. That was you.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. It feels...
Have to keep low.
Should have gone for the religion check. Don't get the acolyte inspo unless you like do it properly. But hindsight. I'm just kind of not planning on getting acolyte inspos. It's really such a shit inspiration route. Like, don't count on getting any of your background goals done except for like Aelin.
Oh, no, careful. Even the mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
You
State your purpose.
then the Pacific.
Then the pussy. What are some of the easier inspo routes in your opinion? Hey, Jor. Haunted one is the elephant in the room there. Sage is also a really easy one. Charlatan only really starts falling off in Act 3, but it's really good until then. Soldier. Soldier is probably my all-around favorite because it's high XP yield. It's things that, outside of a couple, are easy to get. You don't really have to do anything outside of a normal gameplay flow. Did I mention you get good skills? You get really good skills. Am I doing a few sprints? Dash stacks up to 3 times. I triple dashed, so I'd have all of that movement speed and enter turn-based mode, so I could grab that loot without detonating the torch stock there. If you detonate that torch stock beforehand, you destroy some of the loot. Do I try to save Bliss Spores for 1+ this run? I'm gonna forget. Let's try anyway.
Let us start a conversation.
Don't. She'll need an antidote soon. Most likely held by the poison.
Oh, I forgot to actually grab a second antidote. Hang on. Got you, Thala. Really enjoying Giant Barb. Throwing King's Knife with the Elemental Cleaver. Nice. Yeah, Giant Barb's sick. Optimal XP for this is you go down, you go up, then you read the book. That gives you 15. Then you go down again, and you get another 15. If you read the book first and go down, you only get half of that XP. Why that works that way, I don't know. Some quests are weird. I'm only gonna say Priestess got corpse until Act 3. No. But I can get Bliss Spores, No, actually I see the issue. I have to talk to Spa for Glut to talk to me. Right. Yeah, never mind then. Save that for another run. I'll leave that closed for now.
Why are you helping? No, but
Pain rushes through you from the wound on your hand.
Cole's garters. Oh, not. I got away, but not the other. What's that thing?
Of the soft.
I sense your resolve.
And
You do the circle as...
Yeah, again, glad to hear you're enjoying
see
stuff.
a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Alright, backpack and 399 gold. Maxes out the attitude. Gonna want Caustic Band, that can wait. Gotta buy the pink dye, that's very important. Ooh, maybe I do Polar Master. I've been meaning to do Polar Master for a while. It totally does not fit what I'm doing build-wise. Like, what if I just did it anyway? I'll talk myself out of it by the time I hit 4, I'm sure. I really hated having bad initiative last run. Not taking alert feels awful.
Reach into memory.
It shivers.
But I...
You don't want to drop a corpse in town. They don't tend to like that. Vigilance jail feels wrong. Yeah, not having elixir flexibility sucks.
Onward.
Ripple bark could sustain an entire.
I'll see what I can learn.
Rib down first try on auto thanks to tech learn from you and Danny. Let's go, shoot. Love to hear it.
Or perhaps not.
399.
Mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Container. It's Psychic Spark. I really do like the Baneful. I can't keep playing Hexblade, right? I can't keep doing that. No. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Technically you can. But like I shouldn't I shouldn't make every build a Hexblade build. Right? Unless. What do you usually do with the Zent chest? Guess not give it to them in the hideout since I've seen you use it on the Fortress Spectator fight. So I do give it to them in the hideout. But as long as you don't then cause Zaris to like render to unload, she still has it. So as long as you then kill her without leaving the area, you just get it back from her corpse. So I do give it to them. I just then turn around and kill them and take it back. Shadowheart throw a wolf corpse build. Kind of metal.
Well?
Crazy refresh pull, Dareth. Calm down. Only would have been crazier if she had bombs. And to refresh the items, I assigned a level up. Thanks, you're welcome, Seth. The things that refresh vendor inventories are long resting, assigning a level up, and having a companion join the party for the first time. Like, for the first time ever.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one.
Gonna want gloves with missile snaring. But obviously, funds are tight right now. So the withers I can spam, steal, refresh, respect. You could, yeah.
Hello, Petal. Hey, bother.
do this in a bit of a roundabout way.
Any lotions or potions?
Alright, wild magic. Should be pretty close to level 4 now. Yeah, 400 XP off. Alright.
Hello, pet. Hey, bother.
Trader appears encouraged.
Now a stack of 10.
Apart from an over, the coin disappears into.
You could spin a cloak from all these cobwebs. Mustn't let anyone see. No time to dally.
Reading the book here. It's part of the Necromancy of Thay quest. Another 15 XP. I like using turn-based mode so I don't get caught out by the spiders and ettercaps deciding to turn suddenly. Because that would be turn cringe mode, but I want to be turn-based. Again, I couldn't possibly express how much I hate myself for that. You don't need to hate me. It's okay. Sometimes you luck out and get a cloud of daggers there. I did not. Just tragic.
No time to waste. What do we have here? Not to my taste, certainly.
I say it every run, but I enjoy the loot loop. It's very chill, very therapeutic. Crap here that I just don't care about. I'm a barbarian, I have advantage on deck saves.
Western blueprints. They call for Sousa bark. If only I knew where to find some.
Assault weapon. Bludgeoning. You still do the whole loot loop if you're given like 10k at the start of the game? Yeah, because gold isn't XP. Nor is it gear by itself. Like 10,000 gold isn't gonna get me any of my class features. also not going to get me that first feat for me to feel safe taking a bunch of fights. Good night, Exile. See you next time. Vendors only drop their top 3 expensive items on death. Does it count stacks as one item? Yes. Yes, it does. So that can kind of work against you, Fleanus. Like, if you sell too many Revivify scrolls to a vendor, then sometimes instead of dropping, like, the expensive item or the stack of scrolls that you wanted, you'll just see, oh, thanks for the stack of 17 Revivifies. Cool. But, yeah.
Feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat. The dagger is tightly embedded.
As long as you pick investigation here and leave if you fail, you can just keep going.
The dagger is tightly... The dagger still juts from the meat. The dagger is tight. The dagger still juts from the meat. The dagger is tightly...
Dagger is tightly.
The dagger still juts from the meat. The dagger is tightly embedded in... The dagger still juts from the meat.
First try.
You notice the blade... Thanks.
Good night, Sora.
Off I go.
Thanks for the GGs. And for the good luck on the new run.
Need to keep going.
Yeah, this is definitely less of a challenge and more of a exploration of concept. I'm curious to see where it'll go to.
Might as well take a look.
Maybe I end up trying to do the Guardian of Faith thing on this run too. Which, hard to fit in, because I would need 7 levels of Cleric. It wasn't pink, I had to fix it. Find Wild Magic Sorcerer, made it level 4 without casting at all so far. The way I play it is I don't ever cast. Just convert all the spell slots to sorcery points and you click Booming Blade. That way of playing is fun.
Collapsed tunnel.
Because you just have
Looks like it claims some victims as
Booming
well.
Blade and Bend Luck. Still quite effective. Considering for next run, mods make gold, consumables, other things weightless, because I play the game being careful enough just takes time to organize items, just be faster to loot everything, fuck it. I mean, your enjoyment, your run, your rules. Personally, I find that the Venn diagram of people who don't value strength enough and people who bypass weight with mods like that is almost a circle. But, like, don't forget what's important and how valuable certain things are.
Looks like someone toyed with them.
Also, I like being rewarded for carrying around situational answers to things. Like, I rarely get caught out by a fight by not having a piece of gear on me, because if I'm in the relevant part of the game, I'll try to keep that piece of gear with me. and I would feel less of a sense of satisfaction from that. Personally speaking, on me as an individual, I would feel less of a sense of satisfaction if I was allowed to just carry every single item in the game with me. I wouldn't find that fun. But that's my game. Do what's fun for your game.
Supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now. In tears.
Better take a look. That corpse smells ripe. Enough time for its killer to have moved on. Best avoid that trap.
Try the vendor kidnap a trick in this lady. She's still aggressive across the map and you attack her friends. Spends every turn dashing you for revenge. Yeah, some creatures are tied together, like with their group and initiative, even if, like, there's no range limit. Like, the fake paladins are like that. Roa and her bodyguards are like that. A lot of the goblins in the goblin camp are like that. Dror Ragzlin and his room are like that. Why not cheat on consumables and gold pile weight, not the items? I can still choose niche items to bring around, stop splitting piles of stuff between characters. Again, like, my logic is having to manage that is part of the resource economy in the game. Like, one of the only things balancing out consumables in this game is that carrying around enough of them to be prepared for every situation at all times is very, very heavy. So, like, if there's not a reason for me to stop stocking smoke powder bombs, then, like, I'm gonna end up with a stack of, or I should say 10 stacks of 20 smoke powder bombs and no reason not to use them. Other than deciding not to, which is fully an option. Again, this isn't me saying not to do something, it's just me explaining where I think that leads. In terms of mindset. Inventory management is just busy work at the end of the day. It's true. I don't disagree with that. But being able to carry around infinite resources or infinite spare sets of gear, that for me is like too much. Making gold weightless I totally get though. Because like outside of extremely specific things, gold is just for spending. Bane Death doesn't work in honor mode, bad guy. At least not in vanilla honor mode. Not since patch 7. The only valid targets of Feigned Death are players. I don't think instruments should weigh anything IMO. Yeah, I could agree with that.
Tastes like not stranger. Be you friend or fool.
I guess you value that because you do solo runs with 4-player parties, virtually no limit, I'd say. Then why do you need to bypass the limit? If you can't afford the weight of Connor in your inventory at all times, do you even strength?
Not food. No talk. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
Go for this one because, if it works, cool, they're free.
A slip of the tongue.
If it doesn't, whatever.
You meant to make a better offer, surely.
I want to click the Barbarian option, but I'm Acolyte. Getting exposed is actually hard. I'll just buy them.
Well spoken. Ogre kill everyone around.
Let's see what we have here.
One thing makes me happy at others, probably not like to do, is use the Wings mod. Oh, I'm sure other people here have used the Wings mod.
Something over there.
Because the limit is losing time splitting piles of things so everyone carries something, nobody's encumbered. I want it so I can loot everything the main character party faces and be faster. So, like, there are features to increase your carry weight. Like, there are game mechanics targeted at that specific thing. And by using mods to just delete that as a game system, you start having useless features. Like, it is a human perk that you get extra carry weight. It is a Colossus Elixir perk you get extra carry weight. It is a Bull Strengths perk to get extra carry weight. It is an aspect of the Bear perk to get extra carry weight. It is a Giant Barbarian perk to get extra carry weight. It is a Strength perk to get extra carry weight. Bypassing the weight system devalues all of those things. I'm not okay with that. And even in full party, like, if you are bypassing those systems instead of working within them, then you're just kind of making excuses for not planning out your party as well as you could, in my view.
What's that?
Enough! We know you have her. Please, just want Marina back. Just let. Thank. Stop this. We won't.
What's going on?
Enough.
What's going on?
Where is she?
And I said,
She could shoot fireworks.
yeah.
Next. None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back and fast.
And attack. Hey, Sentinel. How'd I feel like to play with a friend and my objectives kill the other, like you both rush to level up, you can sneak and kill them? That wouldn't be fun. I like in one of the Pathfinder games, they had a party inventory set up to use a shared carry weight, mostly saved having to shuffle items around. I like that idea, Zippius, yeah.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Try to succeed this check on one of the red caps later. Get the XP from that. Back to the other combo. I had some of the same concerns about back when that community organized like PvP thing was happening. I have a lot of issues with how that was chosen, but the rules they decided for how initiative would work were incredibly skewed and showcased some biases on the part of the organizer, but like the short explanation is features that gave initiative, like class features, just weren't accounted for. They did nothing. So Gloomstalker, Swashbuckler, Barbarians just got fucked and got nothing in return. Because the organizer was too lazy to account for those. Or, not necessarily lazy in terms of effort. Lazy in terms of thinking. Intellectually lazy. There was also, like, arbitrary changes directed at certain items, again, skewing balance in favor of things they liked for no reason other than they could. Like nerfing the adamantine shield. Why? Oh. Banning Abjuration Wizard was another one. It's like, okay, sure. I guess the through line here is I like learning to work within systems in games as part of a way I challenge myself. And I really tend not to like things that are just bypassing systems and shifting the burden of me having to know how anything works to having a mod that turns off mechanics that I find inconvenient. I don't like it. It's not how I choose to enjoy my games. But that's just me. I mean, with 4 players party, you don't have to make a decision, you can carry everything? No, you can't. You cannot carry literally everything in the game, Liz, or you're not listening to my point because you don't want to hear my point. So I'm going to repeat, no, you can't. You still have to choose. And if you're still in a situation where you want one of your characters to be carrying more things, you could invest in the things that make that character able to carry more things, is my point. You are not hearing me right now because you don't want to hear me. I'm just lazy. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Lady Vex, how are you? And, like, saying that things that make carry weight go up are useless when you're using a mod to make carry weight not a thing is a silly stance, because, like, the thing that you want is a thing you could invest into in the game. So, no, it's not useless. You just would rather have a mod instead of using a feature in the game. And I'm not here to tell you how to play your game, but, like, you are making valuations of things in the game that are not accurate. Nothing wrong with bypassing game systems to enjoy a game another way, though. It just comes down to the individual where they draw the line with different games. Yeah, I agree. Like, I might hate your Uno house rules, that's the way you've always played and enjoyed it. Yeah, it's ultimately, end of the day, not my business, not my game. More power to you. But when we're getting into areas of objectivity, like features that give carry weight are useful for giving you carry weight. And if your stance is that they're useless when you are using a mod to remove carry weight, you know that that's not being honest. Because they're useful for doing the exact thing that you are asking them to do.
I told you to go.
You see a name etched into the leather.
Still, of course.
I don't think it's gonna wake up, buddy.
And then we'll return. No, I won't leave him.
Alright, go to my camp. And there's the level. Resource allocation, yep. Got a mod called Automatic Combat. I'm kind of glad that exists, because a lot of RPGs have, like, a story difficulty, just where it's just the narrative. And some people are here for the story, or the companion banter, and they're not trying to have to, like, feel stressed out while they play. So, it's cool that that mod exists, even if it's something I would never use. What was today's colors choice for this run? We went with the pink dye. Because pink is great. Guess I would want this shared carry weight like I was mentioned for Pathfinder, so I can still have limit. Want to click all the same character. Yeah, that's understandable. We're taking alert. It's the best feat in the game. I hate saying the word best. Best without applying context is not really a useful claim, but alert is just that good. Getting 5 initiative without giving up your elixir slot or any gear slots is extremely powerful. Oh. My, what lovely feet. E33 reference. I'm not being weird. Well, I'm often being weird. Not right now. Thought barbarians are alert, it's just Karlach? Nope. No barbarian gets alert inherently. At level 7, barbarians get a feature called Feral Instinct, which is very similar to alert. It is plus 3 initiative and surprise immunity. But that isn't alert. And also, that's all the way at level 7. I'm level 4.
You look like you think you're old. Next. Stupid dead bastard. Give him a good. Yeah, right in the nutted.
Gonna go for Ham, Resilient Con, Savage Attack for my upcoming Swash build. Nice. Ham Swash is very comfy. What was I here for? I was here for Crusher.
As the symbol glows through you. Or
go on, or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your pretty
Barbarian
face.
gets advantage. You know what? Let's do this, because I can.
Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
the goblin stares, mouth agape. Then he sets his jaw and falls to his knees.
Lore accurate Shadowheart.
I've done it. Arrogant swine.
He kissed them.
What I saying? Heads are talking.
No crushers, right? Just wait a second. I promise. Crushers ring. I haven't used my Illithid mark yet. Maybe we go for early Flint. So the thing about Abdurak here is, he seemingly gets a hold person scroll every day.
Pain without purpose is
So maybe I'll stock up.
Wouldn't you agree? If you would permit it. Face the wall and let us begin, dear one. The pain you suffer will
More.
cleanse you. Do not fight it. Wonderful. Just
More.
wonderful. That's it.
More.
Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you. Yes, my child. More for Loviatar. More.
My first run, I aggroed the whole goblin camp after killing Gut. Kited that fight like hell and killed them all with autos and ranged attacks never again.
I am proud.
Yeah, it can get out of hand. In regard to Leviatars, are Bards the real masochists? Yeah, Bards get it for free, so I think they are the most into it.
Need something?
Alright, let's get ready to save Barkus now. Bladesinger has to actively harm itself to use its class features. Yeah, it's the only subclass in the game that just makes you weaker than not having a subclass. It's incredible. Like, if you're trying to use its features. That is. Like, it is actually worse than nothing. I remain impressed by how shit Bladesinger is. Are Dat and Grease the only two goblins with paralysis? If you do Grove Defense, Benta also has it. Bane. And if you somehow get Abdurak into combat, he has it too.
The goblin.
What do you want?
As the symbol glows, power, the goblins slink back.
Person only solo run as a Blade Singer. I learned Lean, Mega Hard, and Booming Blade. Not much in the class feature. Yeah. Stop mid throw. Right click. Yeah, Proto Blues. Booming Blade is great. I find that a lot of people think it's more restricted in access than it is. Like, it isn't a Blade Singer only thing. It's not even a Wizard only thing. I know you're not saying that it is, but a lot of people have this perception that Blade Singer is a Booming Blade specialist, and it's like, no, it's not even the only extra attack user that gets it. Like, Warlocks just have it. And they get their extra attack a level earlier, even. I sometimes wonder how much preconceptions from tabletop affected people's valuation of Blade Singer. The same way people overrate Battlemaster or underrate Four Elements or Beastmaster because of their tabletop views. I wonder how much that has an effect on Blade Singer.
Cut me loose! Well, you saved nothing. Take... on that note...
Nice to have the highest level Shadow Blade have more spell slots to use after. That's not a Blade Singer thing either, though. Warlock can still also do that, and gets more spell slots to use per day than a Wizard does. Because theirs come back on short rests, and it's really easy to refresh your short rests. Also, if you do multi-classing, then you can get all those things without having the downsides of Warlock, like not getting 6th level spells. Like, Bard gets extra attack at level 6 and is full caster. Sorcerer gets Booming Blade. And Wizard describe the rest. Sorcerer gets Booming Blade and Shadow Blade, and Wizard describe the rest. So you get all the same stuff while having more features and none of the downsides. Like, I do wish there was some sort of very specific area where Blade Singer provided a combination that others don't get, but outside of, like, intensely specifically restricted runs, there isn't. And I do think that's a shame. And I think if the patch 8 stress test had been more people saying things like that instead of making content slop, inaccurate content slop even, we would maybe have gotten a more functional final product. But oh well. Fortunately, there's a robust modding community, and there's been many far better takes on Blade Singer. Shout out in particular to Grim Preacher's Blade Singer Reforged. Awesome, awesome mod. A lot of fun.
Unseen as I was taught. That's the symbol of the Absolute. Not...
What are your thoughts on mods that fix existing bug-themed items so their functionality matches their description? My thoughts on that is that sometimes it's difficult to determine, and not in every case, and there's modders that are part of the community that can speak to this, as Ziphias has commented on this and has also published some of their own bug fix mods, so feel free to check those out. But sometimes it's not as easy to determine which thing is wrong, the effect or the description. So, like, for example, some people have claimed that Ratbat is bugged, but, like, no, Ratbat is very purposeful. Some people have claimed that Wolbrin's Hammer shouldn't get the bonus force damage, that if you read the flavor text, it absolutely should, but it's not included on the actual mechanical description, so which way do you go with it? Boots of Speed is an easy case. These are bugged, they say disadvantage on opportunity attacks against you. They fucked it up, and it's disadvantage on your opportunity attacks, but we also have the source material to point to of, you know, D&D, where it works how the description does. So, like, that's an easy one. Yeah, correct it to match the description. But it's not always that simple.
Unseen. Perfect.
And there's some cases where an item working differently or an effect's not including a certain thing is better for game health. Like, Amulet of Elemental Augmentation not including Booming Blade not counting as a thunder spell for things in general, is better for game health. It's already overpowered. It doesn't need more. Like, Thunderous Smite has very few things going for it that Booming Blade can't also do. And Thunderous Smite is much harder to get, and has a bigger action economy cost, and has a bigger resource cost. So, like, I don't think making that worse is something that I'm too much of a fan of, you know?
The shop you see, Knowles see your whole world as a meal, a memory, buried. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
So I did a darkness arrow there so the other archers can't target me. Does Booming Blade work with Tempest Cleric's feature? Feels crazy if it does. Which part of Booming Blade? The delayed thunder damage is considered self-damage, so that part of it, no. The upfront damage, you can make it work in a roundabout sort of way, yeah. But the delayed damage, no. The delayed damage working like that would be crazy. But as far as the game's concerned, it's them doing that to themselves. So I guess there's the argument, if they are a Tempest Cleric and have the feature, maybe then they would knock themselves back. But I don't know which direction they would go, because the direction for that knockback checks where the player is. Or rather, where the owner is. So now I need to try having two characters Tempest Clerics and have them Booming Blade each other and see what happens. I'm curious. That could be very funny, yeah. Ooh. Of course I get Magic Retribution when I don't want it. This one is awesome. It's a 1d6 retaliation effect. Of course they're not even hitting me when I have it. We're back to your last build. This is so sad, yeah. It's a very rare wild magic surge that's awesome. Okay, okay, we got some value. We got a tiny bit of value. But it's tragic to see it happen now. Interesting coming off of the no AC run, where it's like, wow, they can miss me? That's crazy.
Let's see. Mustn't let anyone see.
+1 AC or get turned into cats, which wild magic effect is worse? There's an argument for +1 AC being worse, because if you are tanky enough and you get knocked out of your cat form, you're just back to, like, back to it.
I don't feel lucky. The rest of our crew's half digested, and you're still alive. By the... Are any of my crew still... Resin Road's more dangerous. We're bound for Boulders. It's fine. We'd be dead if they...
Onward then. Quiet as a mouse.
Pick.
I missed. Not surprised though. Let's try to pull off the theme of the run. Alright, so you see how I don't have a surge active right now? I got the pop-up there, but I attacked before it happened. See how I can still Booming Blade?
Might as well take a look.
That's the run. Let's look at the damage preview. See, rage. I'm raging and spellcasting.
Something over there.
This the animation cancel. I just did an attack after I raged, but before the surge went through.
Better fetch that.
So this is Wild Magic Barb exclusive tech, but this does allow you to do combinations that are otherwise not possible. I think that's pretty neat. So I'm thinking the build plan long term is 6 Lore Bard to get the magical secrets list, so we can grab a bunch of different things. Like that'll let us grab Spirit Guardians, which would be very fun. Just a Raging Barbarian with Spirit Guardians active goes fucking crazy. But it'll be a while before we get that. Like, that won't be until level 11 if I want to get my extra attack next level. I could always respec once we hit level 9 and mess around with non-extra attack there.
Unseen as I was taught.
Lore-wise, it makes sense. Magic Barbarian still use magic. Yeah, I would have, you know, if I was the game designer, I would have put in a surge where it just does this. Like, you don't have to do an animation cancel or anything. You could just keep casting. I think that would have been cool. Yeah, I'm glad we got to show that. Oh, we're in ad jail? Alright, I'll end after we're out of ad jail. Just post one of my solo runs on YouTube explaining it like a walkthrough. Learned so much watching you stream, you'd get a million views. I don't think I would, but I appreciate the compliment, Chuvak. I'm personally fine just having the VODs channel that has them all unedited. But I don't know, if I ever do one that I consider sufficiently interesting to do commentary on, the problem is that'd be such a long thing to do commentary on. I'll consider it. It's not a never, but it's a streamer first. Very much not a YouTuber. Hi, Booming Blade from High Half Elf? Yes. Could do best ofs. I could. Completely forgot to actually get the haste helm out. Guess I should do that now. Notice you can't respec companion given Green Blade for some reason. Yeah, you can't respec the high elf cantrips. You can only change them by being that person in character creation. Basically, you're exploiting the time it takes to roll a wild magic effect to bypass getting the spellcasting impeded condition. Yeah. Now, this does make me wonder if, for a wild magic sorcerer, if you wanted to avoid a surge on a spell, if you just attacked immediately after casting, if you could do the same thing. But I haven't tried that. Alright. So, more of this tomorrow. Welcome back from ads. I think we're calling it here. I've been live for 8 hours. We did 5 hours of, the last 5 hours of the 0 AC run. Then we did 3 hours of this. Got to level 4. I'm thinking tomorrow we will continue loot looping. I mean, we've done some combats, but tomorrow we'll shoot for hitting level 6. Be the goal. Levels 4 through 6 is pretty meaty content-wise. So that'll be that. Friday will be co-op day, as per usual. Though we'll be starting a little bit later on Friday. But yeah, more of this tomorrow. Let me find somewhere we can raid. Who's doing BG3? Selena's on. Glenny's on again. Let's raid Glenny. The problem with knowing someone for a long time, like through name changes, on Twitch is that for some reason my fingers went to go type a different name. It's like, hang on, no, that hasn't been right in years. Say hi to Captain Glenny. He's been a longtime friend of mine. Just getting into BG3, and he's very addicted. Like, ask him how many hours he's logged in BG3 in like the last week. But he's super into the game. And he's got a build crafting background. He's also a competitive Pokemon enthusiast. Good friend, smart guy, chill guy. You'll enjoy your time over there. If you got my emotes, feel free to jiggle. And thank you again for all the love and support today, everybody. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.